Roswell, by far one of the worst kept secrets in history, is having its own festival. Yeah, that's right. People are so hyped about the whole situation that they're hosting a festival about it, and it's pretty cool. So we're going to be taking a little look at what actually could have possibly gone down. That fateful night in 1943, of course, the government stated initially that they had a disc-shaped craft, and then 24 hours very quickly changed their statement to state that, no, we didn't get a crash craft, don't talk about it, shush, ignore it. But yeah, this is News Nation, by the way, so the first clip I'm going to show you is talking about the festival itself, which I think is really cool, and then I wish I was there for it, and then we're going to move on to other talking points about Roswell that have come forward off the back of this. So the first clip was a UFO festival, of course, taking over in New Mexico.
And for more on the UFO extravaganza, let's bring in Roswell City Council member Juliana Halverson. Juliana, welcome back. I spoke to you earlier in the week. You guys were prepping. We're here now. It's day 2. How's it going?
It's going wonderful, and today's the big day because you thought you saw aliens yesterday. Today there's going to be a plethora of them all over town.
Tell me what this does financially for the town.
This is the thing, right? Is obviously we're under no illusion that this is a huge marketing tool at the end of the day now. Roswell incident is so infamous that it has become a marketing tool for the city. It's very clever. It makes total sense. I would do it if I was in power. And it's the exact same as Area 51. One of the biggest pulls to the Nevada desert area and that stretch along the Area 51 is the aliens. You know, it's great.
So financially, yeah, the merchants, it's just wonderful. We've had several downtown merchants every year. We have the UFO festival. They say they do more business this weekend than they do the entire year.
Wow.
So it's just a huge impact on the economy here.
Where does this additional revenue go, Juliana?
Well, obviously to the merchants, and then to gross receipts, which help us put on this festival, and also the lodgers tax, the heads and beds tax. That's what pays for all the advertising and all the events here at the festival.
I'm looking at some of the costumes, some of the people going all out. Xavier showed us some pretty cool stuff as well. Who typically attends this event? Is it just diehard UFO fans, people looking for a fun time, UFO scholars? Xavier taught me they were known as UFOologists, which is something I just learned today.
I want to go along to this festival. Next year, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do my absolute damnedest to get there.
Yes. Yeah, so I've been involved in volunteering or attending the festival since its inception in '97, and we don't have a set genre. We have people from all ages, from 0 to 100, people that truly believe, and obviously the ufologists. We get more and more ufologists every year, I think. And then we have the people that just want to have unique family fun. So it's just a whole group of people that, it's just amazing.
You said you've been doing this since '97. How much has this grown since that year when it started?
Oh, it's grown, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's grown immensely. Yeah, every year we try to make it bigger and better. And I think the people in the city and the city itself have seen the benefits of putting on a festival like this, not just economically, but just for exposure throughout the world. Because we get people from across the world. And we get a lot of people from Japan, Germany, the UK. So it's just great for New Mexico, and it's great for Roswell.
Do skeptics become believers once they leave Roswell, New Mexico, Juliana?
I don't know. There's probably some people that were on the fence, and they probably do switch over. So yeah, probably.
All right, well, have fun. I already told Xavier I'm coming with him next year. We appreciate your time. Roswell Councilwoman Juliana Halverson, thank you again.
I love it. I think it's so good that they embrace this and that, they turn something that's quite, controversial from the government into something so fantastic. And this is, again, more information regarding that entire festival here.
Sea of Earth Cam, that's the site of this weekend's annual UFO festival. It's a big weekend for fans of all things extraterrestrial. The annual UFO festival is underway in Roswell, New Mexico this weekend. And that's where we find News Nation's Xavier Walton. Good morning, Xavier, my fellow Earthling. What are you expecting to see today?
Oh, I'm expecting the unexpected. You never know what you might see here in the middle of the street in downtown Roswell. I'll say this. Good morning, my fellow Earthling. I think people keep doing this, and I don't know if it's me personally. No, it's definitely not me because they're doing it to everybody. Hey, so I was just told that the 5K, the alien chase, had hundreds of people, roughly 300, which is the biggest ever. We were going to do the whole running thing, got the running shoes on. The problem is we had to be on TV. We couldn't do it. But here you go. We're in the street. Everything is kind of closed down now. People are starting to wake up. You got alien gear everywhere. Businesses really they're reaping the benefits. And then up top, this is a great picture, even though the American flag is draped over those two dots there. They're supposed to be aliens, but when it lights up, it actually looks pretty cool. Hey, he definitely, keeping UFO enthusiasts here. It did rain last night, I gotta be honest, but plenty of costumes, tinfoil hats as well. The dark helmet from the movie Spaceballs made an appearance. Obviously out here, you just come across a lot of different people from near and far. We spoke to a woman who went all out.
I was born and raised here, and I believe in aliens, and thought I'd dress up.
Have you ever had any experiences?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Have you heard stories?
Yes, many stories.
All right, and so that's the thing. I've heard so many people say that same thing as we're just going to walk. This is so cool. We could walk in the middle of the street because it's entirely blocked off. But even if they hadn't had a UFO experience per se, they know somebody who's had an experience, and that experience has been passed down from generation to generation. And Hannah, you will not believe some of these stories that you hear. And you know what? They tell it with so much conviction. That's the other thing.
Of course, it's going to make you a believer. But for those people who really do take this seriously, this is more than just fun. How are they at this year's festival?
They're excited, and they think, you know what? There's been like a shift in the tone and the stigma that comes with people who believe in UFOs. And when you talk to some of these UFOologists, we're just going to keep walking. I don't know. We're in the middle of town. We're going to keep walking. When you speak to UFOologists, they'll say that shift is really prominent, especially here, because people are curious. People want answers. And some people, you know what? They are getting those answers, but they really do question, whether or not the government is being fully transparent when it comes to UFOs or UAPs, which they call them now. Some people even question whether or not the government is being real about what happened here in Roswell back in 1947. Take a listen.
See, this is just what's crazy to me, and this is what I love about it, is it's a community and a communal experience where like-minded people can come together and talk about it. It's like, there's no stigma, there's no judgment, there's no you're a tinfoil hat wearing nut job. It's just good times and good vibes.
Does it not seem odd that after a supposed weather balloon crashed here, they built a military academy? Come on now. You don't build military academies if it's just a weather balloon. So, there's something going on there.
He's got a point.
There's something going on, and that seems to be the case. A lot of people believe it. Hey, something else I want to show you really quick, Hannah. That is a Roadrunner with an alien on it, and you think that is cool, what that alien got to ride on. Believe it or not, I actually got to ride in a car shaped like a flying saucer. It is a real thing. It is really cool. The guy drove 1,200 miles from Indianapolis just to be here. It's his first year here.
He got pulled over as well on the way, multiple times. It's fantastic.
The car's actually a 1991 Geo Metro, but use your imagination. Xavier with the alien glasses on. Oh, wow, that probably looked really funny on TV. Anyways, having a lot of fun. Event's going to get kick off here in just about an hour or so.
Very, very cool. Next year, I'm coming with you, my friend, Xavier Walton, live in Roswell, Mexico. There you are in the spaceship car with those green glasses.
What a dude. What a dude. He's just living his best life. But that is not where this has ended, because this has actually sparked an entire conversation about Roswell once again. And UFO expert has stated that the science still needs to be done on the entire Roswell situation. So, Nick Pope was the one to talk about it. He, of course, was part of the British DOD, and he talks about it with News Nation as well.
Specifically is most compelling to you out of this site?
Well, this is the place, of course, that people say in 1947 something crashed. And I think there's a misconception that it was somehow the media or the public that broke this story. That's not true. It was the US military themselves who said, we have recovered a flying disc.
That's exactly it. They like called it out themselves.
Now, they changed their story within 24 hours
Funny
and
that.
said it was just a weather balloon. But the fact that we're still talking about this 80 years nearly after the event shows the enduring power of this mystery.
What specifically do you think warrants more investigation when it comes to Roswell?
Well, I think the fact that in these days of forensic analysis and you know, DNA and things like that, we can do this sort of scientific investigation. This was not just people saying they saw lights in the sky. Some people said that something crashed. So you can get boots on the ground. You can forensicate the landing site, hopefully recover debris. There is science still to be done in Roswell.
I understand. I also want to get your take on the recent research paper on crypto-terrestrials, questioning if aliens are already walking among us. So this is a 42-page paper by 3 researchers, 2 of whom are from Harvard University, urging the scientific community to seriously consider the hypotheses that aliens may already be present on Earth, specifically the possibilities that UFOs could be concealed here. Aliens, they say, could be living underground. Even that they're not aliens at all, they say, but time travelers. Now, they are not putting forward this as fact. They're just saying these are theories we need to seriously and rigorously consider.
I have covered this on a recent video as well, and the idea is pretty crazy.
Specifically, the idea that entry and exit points as well are clustered often around volcanoes or lakes. What is your take on this?
Well, as you say, this is more of a thought experiment than a we've found something. But I think the fact that scientists and academics are having this conversation is so refreshing. A few years ago, this would have been inconceivable. Now it's out in the open. And as you said at the beginning of the piece, you know, this is total vindication for people who, for years, were languishing in the fringe, thinking this was all conspiracy theory. Now we're having hearings in Congress. And now, as we see with this paper, scientists and academics are daring to ask this what-if question.
Yeah, and I want to ask you, because the last time we had you on the show, a bunch of viewers had this question for you. I mean, you were long the man who investigated UFOs and other phenomenon for the British government. In all of your time doing that, and all the evidence that you've seen, what was most compelling to you? What scientifically did you feel, wow, there really is something here that I cannot explain?
It's the sightings from military pilots where we simultaneously have radar data, forward-looking infrared camera films of these taken from the jets, and sometimes satellite data as well. Although, of course, a lot of that is still classified. So there's more still to be released, and I hope it will be forthcoming over the next few months.
Yeah, how do you balance that? Do you think that that we have a right, that the public has a right to all of this information, or would it send all of us into a panic if we truly knew everything that you know and others know?
It might. There's always a balancing act, as you say. You know, on the one side, there is the panic question and the point that we don't want to say anything that would give adversaries an advantage. But at the end of the day, I think the people...
That's what it's all about. They don't want to give adversaries any kind of tactical knowledge. And it's such a shame because that blocks the rest of us from being able to find out anything.
Do have a right to know. This is the greatest mystery of our time, and it's about time we got this out in the open.
Thank you for watching.
So, what do you guys think about the whole Roswell situation? What do you think about the festival that they hold? Would you be intrigued in going to that festival? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new. Tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. And I'll speak to you later. Peace.